The history of A Bowl of Good is the classic entrepreneurial story. Katrina Didot combined her visionary entrepreneurship with a passion for vibrant foods, fresh local ingredients, and flavors of the world. Katrina also has a love of hospitality, fostering enduring relationships with customers and providing an educational experience involving international cuisine and culture. After much hard work, Katrina established a successful start to a small business, but soon faced a business decision to scale back, relocate, or close. Well, she chose to move into a new space on Mount Clinton Pike and took the opportunity to expand their menu and customer base through grassroots marketing and creative supplier relations. She built upon consumer demand for locally grown, wholesome foods and a realization that more and more people are interested in knowing where their food comes from and how it is produced. Last year, A Bowl of Good faced the next challenge of a small business: to be content with a successful business or to expand. Katrina chose to expand. In November, A Bowl of Good opens its second location on Port Republic Road.
Opening a restaurant is definitely not something that was always in the back of my head. I put myself through grad school, waitressing, and always kind of said, no, restaurants are not for me. I know it's hard work, it's high risk, long hours, and all those things I knew. And so it's kind of quite by accident that I am where I am, although nothing happens by accident. We lived in Guatemala prior to moving to Harrisonburg, and my husband used to say, you should just someday if we're ever in the States, have a vending truck and just sell big bowls of good, because that's kind of how we eat, a carb with some topping and fresh stuff on top. And so he said, and you could just call it A Bowl of Good. And so that was sort of the beginning of the name idea. We moved back here almost 10 years ago in 2003, and I did traditional social work for a while because I'm a licensed clinical social worker, and I did that for a little while, but my kids were young at that point, and I just kind of hit a wall, and I needed a little break from that, but I did need to work, and so I found out about an opportunity to just open a little cafe inside of a health food store, and I did that, and I think I really saw that as kind of more a temporary thing to do while my kids were young, but it sort of took on a life of its own. I think we began to realize that we were hitting a niche that people are looking for good, hearty food, food that's not rabbit food, doesn't feel like a brick in your gut when you're done, but just good, basic ingredients. We use a lot of local ingredients. There came a time after the first setting I was in that I decided to kind of move on from that, and didn't really know what I was going to do next, and ended up selling in the farmers market for a number of years. And through the farmers market and just seeing those same customers kind of follow us with our food, made me realize people really like what they're getting. And I began to see how important our food, our kind of convenience, or healthy but convenient food, was a gift to people who were working and who were trying to concentrate on good eating but didn't always have the time to do the cooking and that kind of thing. And then in 2009, or 2008 actually, I started having conversations with the folks at Gift and Thrift about opening over there, and they really saw us as a perfect match, sort of the for-profit match to their not-for-profit setting, and we partnered up with them, and that's gone very well. The community there has really embraced us, and I think we continue to offer something that people really like, obviously, because they keep coming back. And so many people would say to us, oh, wish you were on our side of town. And there's so many people where the EMU side of town is like the other end of the world, unless they're taking piano lessons over there or something like that, and so decided to make the dive. I like to read about other businesses who have done crazy things, and I particularly like to read about businesses who are focusing on more than just profit, but trying to do good things in their community, and have really, I think, modeled ourselves after a number of those businesses that we've enjoyed watching. With the Chamber, probably the first time I really interacted with them, I was during my first 2 years of business. I went to them for, I think, the retired executive person or whatever, and sat with somebody, and he actually directed me to the Small Business Development Center. I think that's first how I did make that connection, which was a long-term connection that's helped me a lot. Also, the Chamber in the last 2 years has been supportive and kind of cheered me on. We won an award through Darden School of Business, a Resilience Award. Last year we were finalists, this year we won the award, and that was a real honor, and both times the Chamber was there representing Harrisonburg and cheering us on in that. I think food is an emotional part of our life and we need it, and maybe that's the social worker in me coming back and saying, food is really important on a lot of levels, how we make us feel. That's a real basic thing, but it's also what goes into the preparation of it. And I like to think that the people that work here with me not only are getting jobs, but especially the younger ones who maybe haven't come from a food background, the fact that they for the rest of their life will know how to prepare food, and that they'll probably make that a part of their lifestyle, and they will have ritual in their home around preparing food. If that happens, then we've won the battle, because I think so much of our emotional health is tied in with the food we eat, how we prepare it, and with whom we prepare it, and whom we sit down and eat it with.
Congratulations to Katrina Didot and A Bowl of Good for taking this leap of faith, as all successful entrepreneurs do.